Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Breakfast with Ben. My name is Ben Barber, and Happy New Year. We are excited to be back here with 321 Westerly in the new year. There's going to be a lot of awesome things that we'll be doing. We'll be expanding the morning shows. Obviously, we have the 321 radio app that I hope that you all download and listen to with music 24/7. All of these morning shows are on them. And then, in addition to that, we also have all of the Westerly High School sports games. We've been doing a lot of away games on the radio as well, as many as we can, which is a lot of fun. And yeah, just a lot of stuff, daily articles on 321westerly.com. And Quick Bites has been really fun. The Breakfast Sandwich Review has been really fun. We did a ton of stuff in 2023, which is, of course, the first year that we launched 321 Westerly, which was a lot of fun. And since we took it over from Shane Belanger, Westerly Plus, and I just got to say 2023 was a really wonderful year for us, and hopefully 2024 will be even better, and we are committed to making sure that we spotlight people in the community as much as possible and more than ever. So if you would like to be a guest on Breakfast with Ben, or if you're a musician that would like to be a guest on Doug's Open Mic, or you're a member of the Chamber of Commerce and would like to be a guest on Business Over Breakfast, or you want to be a guest on Mental Health Mondays, or you want to talk sports with the voice Greg Morano on Saturdays, or you're a nonprofit that helps seniors, caregivers, and professionals, and you want to be on Friday Friends with RI Elder Info, any of those things, send a message to team@321westerly.com. And we'd be happy to have you. As you guys know, many times during this show, unofficially, it's powered by Fresh Cup Cafe, because that is, generally speaking, where I go get my coffee in the morning, although I'm not much of a coffee drinker. And today, to kick off the new year, I am so happy that we are joined by Jamey, the owner. Oh, hold on, Jamey. I hit the wrong button. I'm so out of practice on this. Jamey,
Good morning.
the
Is this
owner
when
of
you
Fresh
say
Cup
like
Cafe.
"Good morning, Westerly"?
Good morning, Wester. I'm so out of practice on this that I hit the wrong button to switch the camera.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So this is what happens when you take a week off. And speaking of taking a week off, you guys are taking this week off as a little winter break before your big 1-year anniversary on Saturday.
We are. We are a small crew at Fresh Cup, very dedicated, small staff, and they deserve a break after working so hard for our first year this year. We figured after the new year it'd be a good time just to take a couple days of R&R.
I love it. So you're celebrating a year. Tell me about it. What it's been a year of owning your own business. How's that going? What's new? What have you learned this year?
What hasn't happened this year is the question. Diving into being a brand new business owner, learning the ropes is obviously very tricky. Every day is a new adventure, and we're having a really good time learning and growing from all of that. We went through fridges breaking, ovens breaking, mixers breaking the day before Thanksgiving. Pretty much everything that could get thrown at you in a year. We've experienced a little bit of everything, I think, but that only makes us stronger and more ready to kill it this year, going into 2024.
Absolutely. I love that. What made you want to, obviously you've been in the business for a long time, coming from Sift Bakery, and then before that Mohegan Sun, I believe, right?
Yep.
So you've been in the business for a long time. What made you want to take the leap and start your own place?
Well, I mean, honestly, as you age in this industry, you kind of wonder where you're going to land, how you're going to retire. It's good to have some kind of plan because, this industry doesn't always set you up for that. More of a corporate environment, things like that. You're looking at a better retirement plan. So for me, you age out a little bit. You got these young bucks coming up, from culinary school and eager and ready, and you got to keep up, so you got to have some type of plan. So I thought about pursuing teaching, taking everything that I've learned and show it to the world in that way. I did really well. We would coach interns at SIFT. I was in charge of that while I was there for a period of time, and I really enjoyed teaching, the crew that was coming forward in this industry because it's getting tougher and tougher as it ages. So it's good to take what I've learned and, show these guys, what it takes to get out there and really attack it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's owning your own. So I kind of, I guess, went the other way with it. It's something that is a common goal for people in this industry. I like to think is to own your own someday. So I ended up going that route.
I love it. We have a comment from Leslie Dunn, who says Jamey and her team are absolutely amazing. So lucky to have them in Westerly.
Oh, thanks, Leslie.
Um,
I don't know how to take a compliment. I'm very awkward.
That's
So
fine.
I'm
I
like,
also
I'm just
listen.
happy to be here, man.
I don't know how to take a compliment either. Not that I get them a ton, but
Yeah.
I don't. So what is the biggest change between doing this for someone else and doing it for yourself?
Honestly, it's you have to hold yourself accountable. There really isn't a ton of people to blame when you're you're the owner. It's switching from that chef mentality to a chef owner mentality, which is definitely different because us chefs tend to stay in the kitchen for a reason. We like it there. We hide back there. We, don't people as often as we probably should. So making that transition from a chef to an owner, there's definitely more responsibility. There's more of making yourself visible and people getting to know you through you rather than your food.
Mhm.
So that's more of a change that I've been adjusting to. But luckily, like Westerly, people have been very cool. Coming into this as a new person in town and a new business owner on top of that, the community was very welcoming and accepting of us, flaws and all. And we have a lot of riders that have been there this year, the whole time. And we just think that's very, very cool to be a part of something like that.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. You were so Fresh Cup had been there for a while, right?
Yes, yes.
And and I had never been to Fresh Cup before you owned it. But I heard like, fine things about it and whatever, but I had never been there. And then my girlfriend and her cousin who was getting married went there for coffee one day, and she raved about it earlier this year. And then my one of my best friends was like, "Oh my god, I love Fresh Cup and it has new owners and like it's really awesome. It's like one of our favorite places now, and you'd love it and blah blah blah." And and then I just don't personally like try new things very often.
Creature of habit.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, if you find something you like, I mean, why
Right.
go anywhere else?
Absolutely, but also I don't like to leave the house. Like I don't like to do other things. Like I'm content just
Yep.
doing whatever.
Yep, yep.
And not like going out and trying new things. And then when we purchased what is now 321 Westerly, I was like, "Oh, what'll be a fun thing? I'm going to go try the best breakfast sandwich in town." And I put out a thing, who has the best breakfast sandwich in town, and I went to a couple places first, and then and everybody, like, your name was and there were a lot of,
And we were very new at
yeah,
that point.
yeah,
I mean, just trying to get ourselves out there, I guess, like very new.
Yeah, and there were a lot of, I want to say there were a lot of names that came up a lot in there, but I kept seeing Fresh Cup, and I was like, oh yeah, I've never been. And so you were like the third place I think that I went to, and it was a fantastic breakfast sandwich. First of all,
Thank
first and
you. Thank you
foremost,
very much.
I don't think I've had a bad one, honestly, in town.
There's some good breakfast spots in the area,
Yeah,
a healthy competition. I think it's great to be in an area that has, small businesses that are, doing their thing.
the problem is, I discovered after that is I don't like to eat breakfast.
Oh man.
I do, I feel better when I'm intermittent fasting. I don't like to eat
Okay.
breakfast.
Okay.
Eggs bother me. I'm lactose intolerant. Like, why am I was vegan for like a couple years. Like, why am I doing a breakfast sandwich challenge where I'm trying eggs, bacon,
Yep.
sausage,
I
and
mean,
cheese everywhere I go?
what do they
Like,
say? You're doing it for the gram.
yeah,
You're doing it for the gram.
it was
Is
like
that
it was like wreaking
taking
havoc.
it for the team, my
Yeah,
friend?
it was like wreaking.
Somebody's got to do
Yeah.
it.
And I'm like, I even like, I think after like the fourth one, I even made a video where I was like, I don't know why I'm doing
I
this.
can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I am flattered that we
But
made the cut before
well,
you decided to.
the problem is, no, I'll still do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, I recently fell in love with your quiches.
Yep.
Which is incredibly dangerous for all of those things that I just talked about.
Yep.
Especially my favorite is by far the Brussels sprout quiche, which
Okay.
I don't know when that'll come back,
The
but
underdog. We honestly, I feel like people who had it and like love Brussels sprouts were like on board, and then there's the other crew that's like, Brussels sprouts, like I'm not feeling it. Like,
yeah,
you gotta try it though.
it's
Like,
so
don't knock
good.
it till you try it. We
Uh,
do some, different types of combinations. Like we got the miso sesame cookie. Like, don't be afraid to try it.
right. The
Um,
miso sesame cookie is delicious, by
right?
the way.
Thank you, thank you. But it's so subtle and it just makes it that much better, and just it's good classic things just elevated just a little bit, to give our little touch on it. But don't be afraid.
We have another comment. Valerie says, "Jamey, so proud of you," with a heart. Um,
Ah!
so, so anyway, so I came in to do the breakfast sandwich review, and like most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time, I am like going in. I don't tell anybody I'm coming. Right? I go in, I order the food, I get it, I do the review at home or outside or something, and I'm just like, hey, whatever.
Can I drink my coffee on camera?
Of course you can. You're not even
I
on
need my
camera right now,
coffee. Oh,
but yeah,
okay. They can
please.
hear me though, right?
They can hear
Oh,
you,
okay, okay.
but please drink your coffee.
It's necessary, sir.
It's totally fine. Now I'm putting you on camera drinking your coffee just cuz. There you go. There's the peace sign. It's breakfast with Ben. I would have coffee with me if Fresh Cup was open this week. But
Excuse me.
how dare you give your staff a break? I need my vanilla chai.
Oh goodness.
But I came in and you were at the counter and you were so sweet and like walked me through what I was getting and all of that stuff, and then I explained to you who I was and what I was doing, because like another thing is I go in and I'd film b-roll of the place, so it kind of looks like I'm casing the joint sometimes. And you were like, yeah, I'll do a video with you, like I'll do a video. So one of our first videos that we ever posted as 321 Westerly for us is you explaining Fresh Cup.
Wow.
And everybody, because I don't know how many people saw you on camera before that in Westerly.
I don't think anybody at that point. I'm not from Westerly.
Right.
We're new to the area. From Massachusetts originally, born and raised. Boston's my favorite. Then made my way to Connecticut. The casino was a great place to work. So like this was a new venture, for us.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of home, honestly. The hometown vibe where I grew up, Norwood, Mass, is very, very similar to the vibe in Westerly. So it's kind of cool to feel a little closer to home now.
Our Our 10 o'clock show, Doug's open mic. Doug is from Norwood, Mass.
Stop.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm like 99% sure. I might be wrong.
Stop. Yeah,
I
I
might
was
be.
born and raised there. They had a hospital there. I was born in that town and then like never left. My family's from surrounding towns and siblings. I got one in South no, regular Boston, not South Boston. But yeah, we're all over. I'm a diehard Boston sports fan, which gets in the way of my other half sometimes, being from New York. So
That's all
that's
right.
quite interesting, but
That's all
repping
right.
it forever.
My, um, so my girlfriend's from Greenwich,
Okay.
and and one of the first photos we ever posted online of each other, we went to the Vineyard, and we're both wearing baseball hats, and I'm wearing a Red Sox hat, and she's wearing a Yankees hat,
Oh, geez,
and
Louise. I can
whew,
relate. Yeah.
the I like I literally got a I literally got a DM from a friend that was like, "She seems great, but I think you're gonna have to dump
It
her."
runs deep, my friend.
I was
You
like,
should know this.
I
This
was like,
runs deep.
I was like, "You're crazy. It's totally
I
fine."
cannot. I cannot. My heart and soul is with all New England, Boston sports teams, whatever you want to call it, forever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I feel like I used to feel like that, and then once 2004 hit and the curse was over, I
Um,
was like, "Okay,
I mean,
you
there's
can
some
be a
things
Yankees
happening
fan."
now we don't need to talk about,
Well,
but
yeah.
I still support, regardless of our current situation, Mr. Mac Jones. But we're doing okay.
um we're a Bailey house. Anyway, so
I love
so
it.
my anyway, what I was gonna say is we had so many. I didn't know how many people had like seen you. Obviously, people that came into Fresh Cup knew you,
Right,
and they
right.
were all like, "Jamey, oh my god!"
Yeah.
But we had comments of like, "Oh my god, she's so friendly, like she's so sweet, like oh my god, she's the best, like that's awesome, like we're gonna," and it was really cool, and I was like, "Yeah, she seems amazing. This is great. Like I want to go back to Fresh Cup, A, because it was the best chai that I've ever had in my life, and B, because and also the breakfast sandwich was incredible. And obviously the pastry, like all of the everything, right? The bread, the banana bread is crazy. The cookies are awesome. The biscotti, like there's nothing that you do that's like anything less than amazing and perfect.
We got a
But
variety,
you
which,
do
we try to crowd please.
the citrus scone.
Oh God. And the not your mother's scones that are
Uh,
as big as my face.
I
Those.
I blame you for so many tummy aches this year for
We
just
gotta hook
eating
it up
stuff
with the lactate or
for
something
just
for you,
eating
my
stuff that I'm
friend.
not supposed to
My
be
sous
eating.
chef's the same way. He's like, I can't have dairy. I can't. He's like, but I have to eat everything and I have to try everything. He's like, I have to keep lactate here.
Yeah.
Um, it's a very my son is also lactose and still eats it.
So I
But
was I was obsessed for a little while, and then Dave, who also works with us at 321,
yep.
was like, "Have you been for lunch yet?" And I'm like,
Oh
"No."
no.
And he was like, "The paninis are incredible." And I'm like, oh, "Shit. All right, I got
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
back and get a
yeah.
panini."
Mhm.
So so yeah, I think my household is keeping you in business.
I
If you
mean,
weren't so
we are so humbled, honestly, dude. We just love everything about it. This year we went in with no expectations because what the hell do we know? You know what I mean? Being
yeah,
first time owners in a town that we're not super familiar with, at least myself, you know what I mean? And you just try to keep an open mind, and you just try things. And honestly, our coffee has really taken off.
yeah,
With coming from Sift and, getting the background that I have, and we weren't sure what was going to take off. I mean, is it going to be the food? Is it going to be, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you go certain places and you get like mediocre coffee with bomb food, or like it's hard to find that balance, though you can get a good lunch or breakfast with a solid cup of coffee. You know what I mean? I drink coffee. It is so important to me. Nothing sucks worse than going to get your coffee and having it be terrible and not what you want. Many times I've gone to certain places not mentioning names because let's not be rude, but and my coffee was made wrong. It wasn't, you could tell it was, and it's disappointing. That could ruin your whole day if your coffee is not the way it should be. So I really prided myself on the coffee program, that we have running there. Everything is different, from our drip coffee to our espresso beans to our cold brew to our pressed juice. Like everything, it was hand picked by me, and obviously my staff being involved also. With what we felt was the best.
Right. Yeah.
So, and people like it, which is cool too. And as far as our style or what we're trying to do is concerned, it's just regular. Like we're just regular humans trying to survive in this crazy world, executing what we love to do, or at least what I love to do. My minions, I don't know if this is their goal in life, but they are my support crew and hope that they love it just as much as I do. But, you know, to have things on the menu that are comforting is important to me. A lot of my recipes come from my grandmother's recipe box, things that I loved growing up. Tony, the previous owner, had like a nice base in there. There are some things that traveled with me, because the customers liked it, but we just took it to another level and added, high quality ingredients and value, for the town of Westerly and the surrounding areas, because nothing's worse these days than going and getting a sandwich and, paying money and getting mediocre product or not enough food for that matter, So we want to make it fair and, like I said, hold some value for you guys. And it seems like people are liking what we're doing. We're raw, we're regular. If you want to come get like a good cup of coffee, a good something to eat, and like cool vibes, we're just normal people, come hang out, come see what it's like, give us a shot.
Yeah.
But I you won't leave disappointed. I mean, especially if Al's at the forefront that day. He
No.
will send you off with a very big smile and caffeine or tea, or however you however you start your day or end it. We're there.
Absolutely. Justin says congratulations, just in case. And Susan says the best decaf, all caps, the best decaf
Really?
coffee and espresso in town. The staff is always smiling no matter how busy it is.
Decaf's a tough one.
I gotta say, so this is like, I prefer chai.
Yep.
Right. So like I prefer the vanilla chai.
Yep.
Period. But when I do drink coffee, I drink decaf, not for any reason other than I don't want to be wired.
Yeah. You just prefer.
Yeah, I just prefer it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like I think I overheard, because generally speaking, what I'll do is I'll go and I'll order my coffee and then and like like food or something, right?
Yep.
And then I'll go chill at the end cap
there
of the area where people wait for stuff, and I'll just talk to you guys
Yep.
the entire time, which I'm sure a lot of people do, and or I'm just a weirdo, and
people like to watch, as they say. They like to see what's going on over there.
And I overheard you guys the other day talk about having decaf espresso.
Yes.
And I was like, what? I literally, so
it's almost like an oxymoron, decaf espresso.
It
it's
really
like, is that
is
even a thing?
I've literally, so Jackie,
it is a thing.
Jackie loves getting like lattes and stuff.
Yep.
And I'm always like, no, I don't want a shot. I don't want 2 shots of espresso in my, I drink decaf regular coffee. Like I don't want,
and naturally decaf is not 100% caffeine free.
No, which is fine.
Like,
I drink dark soda.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, it has a little tiny bit that most likely it's not a huge effector unless you're hypersensitive.
But what I want to say is obviously Susan says the best decaf coffee and espresso, like, so I can get a latte there.
Absolutely.
And all right, I'm gonna have to now.
You have to cater to everyone though, like, and especially in that area, that part of town.
Yep.
I've come to find, our demographic, like, it's just something that's preferred. And so, as well as the rest of my coffee stuff, I made sure that we had a solid decaf program. And we're also trained too. We don't leave our coffee sitting on the burner for hours. Like, it's just not, I don't brew a decaf pot or even grind it until somebody orders it,
Mhm.
which could take 4 hours into open. You know what I mean? And that's so important when you're serving decaf or any type of coffee. You can't leave it sitting on the burner. You got to have it timed. You know what I mean? Grinding to order is huge. It's just the little things, and it all adds up. And look at that decaf where people know that when they order it, it's probably not going to be that great, but they're going to get it anyway because that's all they can get. you know but apparently we did all right.
I got a I got a I got a coffee from an establishment that I will not name because I do not ever
See,
trash
yep,
anything.
yep, I
Um
like that.
but it was an establishment where you drive through it. Um and it was
I like that.
uh and it was so cold. It was hot coffee, and it was so
I
below
can't do lukewarm
so
coffee,
below
man.
room temperature,
Ugh.
and I was like, I'm throwing this away,
Yeah,
and
it's
like,
terrible.
whatever. Like, I don't really let things bother me, but I was like,
It's money though.
and I was like, yeah, I
It
mean,
adds up.
I know, but I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, it was $3. I'll throw it away. But I know, and this is, trust me,
Oh man.
you and my business partner and my girlfriend and everybody agrees with that sentiment that you
Oh
just did.
my.
But
Oh man.
anyway,
Yes,
the
sir.
yeah, so I just threw it away, and I was like, okay, well, and I literally went, that was my fault. Like, I literally was like, that was my fault. I
Yep.
ordered decaf at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I
No
mean,
one
I
else is
can't
ordering
really.
decaf,
I
and then I feel
hate
bad
going
because
to
I'm
a
like,
restaurant and telling them when something's wrong. I feel terrible. I feel so bad about doing stuff like that, but it's no, you know what? I feel like they would rather know
yeah,
than not know.
yeah,
So I try to be like as nice as possible, which most people in those situations aren't always nice. So I try to go out of my way to be nicer, during those times. And then also having experience in the industry in itself and knowing what it's like to deal with, issues with orders, timing, things like that, being the in between the customer and the kitchen. That's always tough sometimes. So,
yep,
especially this day and age, everybody's always in a hurry.
hmm
Everybody is always in a hurry all the time. I'm going to tell you something about Fresh Cut. We are fast for what we do. You
yes,
know what I'm saying? We are fast, and sometimes it is not fast enough. But Fresh Cup, everything we make to order.
right,
So, like, it's not frozen. It's a cracked egg. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
if you are coming in and expecting this quick experience to get the quality that you know what I mean? Yes, we are fast, but you're getting it made to order.
yep,
So, it's so important to understand that. And then when you get your product, obviously you'll understand why. I think putting the love into it means so much more, even with quick service. You still can do that when you're in a hurry.
um, Lois has a question.
Sure.
She says, do you have a separate grinder for your decaf beans?
Decaf beans. So my decaf espresso comes already ground. So it goes right into a container. So that does not go through the grinder itself. The decaf espresso at all does not touch a grinder that has touched anything caffeine related. The decaf drip beans, I mean, obviously we clean our grinder out and stuff, but I can't guarantee that it hasn't been cross contaminated. That's just something why we say it's like gluten friendly as opposed to gluten free,
Right,
because you can't guarantee when you got that stuff in house that it hasn't crossed somewhere. So, but I can guarantee that the decaf espresso has not been ran through a grinder that has caffeinated beans.
Chris Berry says, Jamey, hey girl.
Hey, do I have fans?
You have fans.
Is that a real thing?
This is the I don't want to like blow up your ego or anything, but this
Stop.
is the highest viewed live concurrent viewers right now that I can see on screen. This is the, yes, Chris, we know Chris works at Alltown.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the highest concurrent viewers that we've had for an 8 a.m. live show.
Hey, Ben, that's
Yeah, yeah.
awesome. I love it. I
Uh,
always say, little old me, like here I am just trying to do my thing. And like I said, the support is just outpouring.
Eric says my son and I's favorite coffee spot.
Okay. Hi, Eric.
Lois says thank you for being so honest.
Of course.
Linda says sounding good, Jamey.
Hi, Linda.
Linda Brenner.
I love Linda Brenner.
And Chris says we love Ben. Oh, thanks, Chris.
Ben, we can't forget about Ben.
No, this is about Jamey and Fresh Cup. So, so you guys are celebrating a year.
Yes.
On Saturday.
Wow. Wow. Fastest year of my life, and I have children. Fastest year of my life.
What are some of the takeaways from this year for you?
Takeaways from this year. For me as a person, as a human being, I need to figure out organized chaos, better balance. I feel like any human can agree when you're trying to balance work life and parenthood and your sanity and, new ventures and, all that. I think trying to maintain balance somehow. But like I said, I talked to somebody that's a very experienced person just in the business world in general, and I was like, how do you do it? Like, how do you find that peace? She's like, you don't. You just have to. I mean, she's on. Like, you don't. You just have to find a way to manage it. Find your own balance in the turmoil, I guess. So for me, going into this year, I gotta be not as hard on myself, and I just think also from a business perspective, just having goals on how to grow and be better and what can we bring into this next year that's gonna knock everybody's socks off. I don't know if people still say that. I would be swearing, but I know we're live, so
that's fine. I think I dropped the S word earlier.
Yeah. I was like, oh, can we say that? Because but
we're not on.
I'm trying to keep my manners in check.
We're on the internet. There's no FCC regulations here right now.
Well, if you've met me or any of our staff, we talk like we're, just regular humans. I think I've said the F word and the S word.
How dare you? Aaron Quintel says best neighbors ever.
We have so many neighbors in that plaza that have been so supportive. We cannot forget about our neighbors.
Absolutely.
In East Ave Plaza. Like, people don't even know we're over there, man. Like, I'm like, how do you not know all these cool people are here?
Yep.
Vinny, you got Enchanting Reflections, you got Cutting Edge is there, you got what else is you
Fresh Harvest Kitchen is there.
Oh my gosh, another great spot with a great message. Oh my god, that place is so cool.
Yeah.
It's like a place where fishermen can go and break down and in a licensed facility and sell their product. Like, how cool is that? We've gotten some nice fresh product from there. I met my new hairdresser there.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
Enchanting Reflections. Vanessa is amazing. If you guys just come check out the plaza in general. Like, there's so many.
I think Vinny lives at Fresh Cup. I've seen Vinny. I've seen Vinny more.
Oh man.
I've seen Vinny more at Fresh Cup than I have at Vinny's barbershop.
Vinny is a staple, just like Mario is.
Vinny is furniture in the building at this point.
Man, we got a couple of those. Yeah.
So I got a coffee the other day, or I got a chai the other day, and I was like waiting for the food. And somebody like pulled me over. They came up to me and they were like, "Are you Ben Barber?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" And I was like, "Sure." And then we sat down and they were talking to me for like a half hour. And at one point, like, we're sitting on the very comfortable chair area. By the way, I love to just go chill. And
is that
in
the corner that everybody
in the corner,
loves?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh man,
the
people fight over those seats.
The like the wingbacks or whatever.
Yeah.
And I look up after a while, and Vinny is just, there's 4 chairs there, right? And it's me and this guy talking, and I just look up, and Vinny's just sitting in one of the chairs across from us, just like nodding along, participating in the conversation. I had no idea he was there He just showed up at some
He
point and
has a
sat
way of
down.
doing that. Like, we'll be working, and then I'll look over to my right at the end, and he's standing there. What's up, Vinny? What
Yeah.
are you doing? You in between clients? Yeah. But it's so funny because he says he comes over to get a break, right?
Right.
So, but when we're slamming and
Yeah.
he comes over, he turns around and walks right back out. He's like, guys, I came over here for a break. And he just turns around. But he has been awesome. Like, we're closed right now. I have all my packages being sent to his place.
Oh,
You
nice.
know,
Yeah.
great neighbor. His mom is also very, very supportive of us. Very nice lady, Miss Pam.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
just like I've made so many friends, you know, I'd like to think they're my new friends. And just honestly great experiences. Lessons too, but not a ton of them,
Yeah.
which, you know, is great also.
I remember so one time during the summer, uh or fall or whatever, it doesn't matter when, but I remember I went to Fresh Cup at like 7 a.m., right? And uh I went to Fresh Cup, I came here to work at the office, and then I left very late in the day. I don't remember what it was, but I literally came, sat at my like went to Fresh Cup, sat at my desk. You were the last person that I saw. I sat at my desk. I looked at my computer for I don't know 10 hours, and then I went downstairs and I walked out of the building, and you drove by downtown.
Oh, when I was tooting at you.
Yeah, you drove by downtown and waved.
Hi, Ben.
And the next day I was like, "Was that you?" And you were like, "Yeah." And I was like, that was so surreal because you were the first and next person that I saw.
That's crazy.
And I was like, what is
I
happening
know,
right now?
it's just like meant to be. We're
Yeah.
like meant to be connected through Fresh Cup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
So all right. What are some new things for Fresh Cup, if there's any new things you have planned for year 2?
I'd like to expand the menu for sure. Get some more gluten-friendly items in there. People really like our chocolate chip cookie, the gluten-free one. They come
Mhm.
in just for that cookie.
Oh, it's delicious.
And we don't have a lot of options. Obviously, we carry gluten-free bread so people can get sandwiches, but I think maybe another cookie, another sweet or something as far as the gluten-free items are concerned.
Mhm.
I'd like to expand the breakfast sandwiches. Maybe do feature sandwich, you know, something like that. Special breakfast sandwich because they're so popular. I feel like if we start treating them like we treat our paninis or our cold sandwiches, it could be something really cool. And sorry, Ben, I love breakfast.
Oh,
I'm a breakfast.
I love breakfast.
It hurts your belly though.
I don't care. I had Allie made
You love breakfast,
Allie
even though
made
it's bad for
yeah,
you. I
Allie
got
made
it. I
biscuits
guess
and
it's not the
gravy last
best
night for
meal.
dinner. Allie made biscuits and gravy last night for dinner with eggs, and like
Drool.
yeah, just we were gonna have it for New Year's like New Year's morning brunch.
Yep.
And we all, like, none of us got up before noon. so so she was like, I'll
That's
just
the
do this
way
for
it's
dinner.
supposed to be.
Exactly. So she was like, I'll just do this for dinner, and we were like, cool, thanks. And it was delicious. So yeah, I eat it all the time. Chris says, do you have anything that is keto?
Keto. I mean, not advertised as keto, but I'm
Right.
sure we could put something together that's keto,
Yeah.
you know, keto friendly. We do have like in the front case, we do a chia pudding, which is completely vegan and gluten free.
Okay.
We do the overnight oats, which is gluten free. We
Yeah.
do the yogurt parfaits, which are gluten free. Those are a little bit more healthier and
Right.
it gives people another option. You know, we could do things on greens instead of bread and, you know, whatever I have in house, if I can accommodate you, I will.
Yeah.
As long as it's not anything too crazy because
Yep.
we're not Burger King or anything. But, you know, if I have it in house and it's something that you want, and I mean, yeah, by all means, we'll set it up for you.
Eric says more nailed it parties.
Hey, so I had a dad approach me and ask me if I would be willing to set up a birthday party in the cafe, like the show Nailed It on Netflix. Which is, you know, they have this cake and they try and replicate it, you know, as best they can or whatever. I was like, I mean, I have all this space. Why not utilize it? You know what I mean? Like, that's not a bad idea, you know? And I've had people come up to me. I hosted my own Thanksgiving there It was nice to not have to do it in my kitchen. It's just a great space.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
Oh, that is so cool.
Right? Like, I didn't have to use my tiny ass kitchen. I didn't have to, you know what I mean? Like, it just worked out well.
I have never even thought about that or heard of anybody that owns a restaurant doing that.
Why not? I
That's
mean,
so
it's just
cool.
another day there, but why not? You're able to host however many people in that space.
Oh my God, that's
So
such a good idea.
I ended up, all right, how am I going to do this? So every kid got a 6-inch cake, a couple of bags of buttercream, all the decorating stuff, tools. And it was for originally 18 kids. I think it got cut back by a couple. So I set up the farm table in the middle, and then the tables that are over by the window, I just pushed them all together to make them one. And then I just set up a cake at every stool with all the, and then I actually did a really cool reel of it on our social media if you guys want to check it out. It just shows how it went down, and it was successful, and everybody loved it, and I met new customers, and the family was very cool, and they're regular customers that come in all the time. So thank you for that. And it was a cool experience to just add, to the cafe's, background, something that we could offer. Obviously I think it was only like even just a couple hours. Cleanup was minimal,
Yeah.
it was cool.
Wow. Delane says, Delane Wright, who's a realtor at Goldwell Banker Coastal Homes, shout out Delane, said, such a great space. Meet there often with our business networking group. Always enjoy the coffee, tea, and food.
Thank you. See,
you're getting so much love
I
on this
love
episode.
it. I love it.
Oh my
And
God.
like I said, it's 4 of us, guys.
Yeah.
It is 4 of us. And like I said, if you've been in, you've met Carly.
Yep.
How awesome is Carly?
I love
How
Carly.
awesome is Carly?
Carly is the best. Shout out to Carly.
Oh,
Carly is the best.
Carly. The most beautiful soul you will ever meet. She takes care of all of the town of Westerly so incredibly well, and surrounding towns, of course, not just biased to Westerly, of course. But there's just something about Carly that makes you feel warm and fuzzy all the time, and every drink she makes, every conversation, you can tell she genuinely cares. And that's a unicorn in this in this day and age. So, you got to hold on to people like that. But shout out to her. She is my front of the house go-to. And if you, like I said, you've been in, she is definitely a staple at Fresh Cup.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I love her.
All right. And now I know that you're not from Westerly, but obviously you've spent a lot of time here now.
Yes.
So, outside of favorite coffee place, which is obviously Fresh Cup, what is your have you tried a lot of pizza in the area?
I have.
What's your go-to pizza place?
Is it Vetrano's?
Vetrano's?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've tried at least 3.
Okay.
So that
what are the 3 you've tried?
Vetrano's.
Yep.
Mr. Pizza.
Okay.
And Casa della Luce.
Okay. All great.
All great.
All great.
All different.
Have you been downstairs here yet?
Not yet.
Okay, we got to do that.
Okay.
We got to change that.
Okay.
Pizza place is delicious.
I am a sucker for pizza and French fries.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Fantastic.
I can't.
Mr.
Like, oh, what's your favorite sweet? I'm like, I'll take a large pepperoni pizza and McDonald's French fries and a large Coke, please.
That sounds delicious.
You'll see me in the McDonald's parking lot when I need a break, eating a large fry with the Coke, just sitting there. That's my thing. Not the most healthy, but I'm telling you, I feel good about it.
Yeah, Vetrano's is incredible.
Very nice owners also.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Mr. Pizza's. Have you ever had the Mr. Pizza like slice, like the thick...
Sicilian?
Yeah.
So Sicilian is my favorite.
Okay.
And obviously, my other half being from New York, I've had very, very, very good Sicilian pizza.
Oh yeah.
So we are always looking for the best Sicilian around.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find.
Yeah.
It's hard to find. Honestly, it's the water in New York. It's
the
water. That's why our bagels come from New York.
I was just going to say the bagels.
You, the hot dogs, as gross as that sounds, and as gross as that water, it is what makes it.
Yep.
Believe it. I'm
Yep.
telling you. People laugh at me. I'm like, that is the reason.
No, that's why. That's why, like, places like even like New York chefs and pizza chefs and cooks and stuff that go to Florida or Los Angeles or
Yep.
something, they can't replicate
No.
their own stuff outside of New York
Yep.
because of the water.
Yep. It's crazy, right?
It's really nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's your environment, man. Your environment, and
Because I lived in New
it's
York
just
City. I don't love the water.
no, it's New Jersey, New York,
Yeah.
like that border, because
Yeah.
New Jersey's got some good food too.
Right.
Not even gonna, but it's New Jersey is also smelly, and I feel like it's the, I don't know what it is. It's the water.
It
It's
is
the
the water.
water.
It for
I'm
good or bad,
telling
it's
you,
the water.
it is. You can't knock them for it. Like
No.
you can't.
No hate to New Jersey,
Nope.
but literally,
I'm
literally,
trying not to hate on this conversation
no.
at all.
But the smell
I
going
can't.
through New
I believe
Jersey.
there's like these factories. I
Okay.
want to say it's paper.
Okay.
Maybe a paper fact. There's like, it's like industrial. You know what I'm talking about when you're driving into New Jersey. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, or it's
Yeah.
just smelly.
Yeah.
Landfills. Who knows? No offense. No offense. We're not putting any negativity in
Absolutely.
this today. But I'm telling you, the food is affected by, of course, the water.
Yeah.
The water.
Absolutely.
So
fresh bagels from New York.
hell yeah.
What is your go-to meal at Fresh Cup?
Well, when you're there all the time, you almost have to like come up with things.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? So
Absolutely.
I mean, for breakfast wise, I'm like a sweet salty girl. So I'll do, and I'm not a big meat person. I don't eat a lot of meat. I was a vegan for a little while, vegetarian. Now I switched to a little meat for protein. I do like fish, eggs, stuff like that. So I tend to do egg and cheese. Extra cheese on a cinnamon raisin bagel, but I butter the bagel.
Okay.
Is that like extra fatty? Like
okay, I'm gonna come in and get that specific thing.
Or if you're feeling like extra lively, you do a blueberry bagel with butter and the egg and cheese, because it's like the sweet with the salty.
Yep.
You can't miss. That's, and then
Can
lunch.
Can we
that's
get hold
another
on?
story.
Can we get the cinnamon raisin bagel, egg, 2 pieces of cheese, and butter as the Jamey on the menu?
Yeah, you could. We actually could.
Can we call it the Jamey?
Yeah, that could be like the special. It could be the Jamey, the first one that we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could come in and order it and just say the Jamey, and I'm telling you, everybody will know what it is.
Yeah.
Because
what do I have to do? What do I have to do to get something named after me at Fresh Cup?
Ooh, I mean, the chai is pretty much the Ben. You know what I mean? Because like, but it has to be plant-based.
Yeah.
Plant-based milk.
Vanilla chai, almond milk.
Yes, yes. Which honestly, guys, if you don't have an allergy, can't knock a drink with almond milk. It just makes it like it's not terrible at all.
No.
Even with the chai, makes it smooth. Oat milk's good. I know we got a lot of oat milk followers, but there's just something about almond milk with the chai. It's very good.
Awesome.
And honestly, almond milk foams very nicely also. So if you're looking for like a cappuccino or something, like almond milk does make nice foam.
Okay.
Makes it fluffy.
All right. Awesome. Good to know. This is why we have you. All right, lunch. Go to lunch.
Ooh.
Oh, so Jacqueline Foss says, I did not know you guys had New York bagels. I will be in for sure.
Hey, yes. I mean, honestly, we make literally everything else but the bagels. It's just something that we can't replicate. So there's no shame in my game. Give New York the credit. They make a good bagel. We get ours from Westchester area. So very, very, very good.
All right.
And then lunch.
Yeah.
Lunch. Oh, God. So you have your paninis, you have your cold sandwiches, you have...
Oh, I haven't tried a cold sandwich yet.
Oh, man. That's the egg salad, the chicken salad, the tuna salad, or the Italian grinder.
I know.
The Italian grinder is a favorite of mine. I don't eat everything that's on it, but it's my favorite to build and sell.
Yeah.
It's a hearty sandwich. You get all your, your salted meats on there. You get your oil, your vinegar. So for that, where I grew up in Mass, when you got an Italian grinder, it had hots on it. And it was this specific kind of hots. It was like a relish almost, like a cherry pepper relish bomb, right? So I like, did they make it? Did they? It's just nostalgic, right? So I ended up Vanessa at the hair salon, right? It happens to be from Massachusetts, a couple towns over where I grew up from, and we know some of the same people. So that was weird. So she knew what I was talking about. And I was like, hey, like, what are those cots called? And she's like, oh my God, they're the crushed red peppers from Pestine with the yellow label. I was like, how do you know that? How do you know that? She's like, well, I grew up on it too. And then she had her own story behind it. So we ended up figuring it out. So to me, the chopped pickles and the hots that go on that grinder, like, make it.
I can't even tell you how mad I am
What?
that you are not open today.
It's a hefty sandwich too. You got 3 meats, cheese, lettuce, tomato, chopped pickles, salt and pepper, oil and vinegar.
We really should have recorded this episode.
When
And
we were open.
yeah, and
But
put
see,
it
I
out.
told you, I'm like, Friday, that's it. We're in trouble.
I
was
know.
like,
Yeah.
we're in trouble.
So
So that's a good one. And then paninis, you know, the Italian was soupy. We get our soupy from a local lady. Otherwise, I get it from Westerly Packing. I think that's a common place to get your soupy from the area.
that was the most other than someone's basement. That
Literally.
was the most voted place
I don't
on.
know if I'm supposed to advertise that I get it from somebody's basement. That was a lie. You can get it from somebody
Yes,
in a basement.
absolutely. You can get it from someone in a basement. However,
Westerly Packing seems to be the joint.
yeah.
What else? What else do I need to try in the area? So I am a foodie, obviously, at heart.
Yep.
I mean, people are like, all right, like, so what's your favorite thing to eat? Like, what do you, honestly, I lean towards savory because I do so much baking and I'm around it so much.
Mhm.
It almost gives me a break from that environment. I
Right.
love to cook savory. It's just something that I like to do. My dad was a savory chef. It's just
Yeah.
something that I like.
Yeah. Definitely you gotta go downstairs and try the pizza at Pizza Place.
Pizza Place. Check.
It is the opposite of Sicilian. It's thin, but
Okay.
it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What other things do you like? There's a lot of great restaurants. Do you like tacos? Have you been to Surf Cantina?
I have not.
Oh my god, you got to go to Surf Cantina.
Okay. I've heard of Surf Cantina.
Okay, so you guys close at 4? 2?
In the spring, it'll be 4. We close at 2 now.
Okay, so Surf Cantina opens up at 4.
Okay.
Right? And just because I know that you're, you got to travel a little bit. So Surf Cantina opens at 4, and they have a sunset menu. And you can get $2 tacos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can get $2 tacos from like 4 to 6 at the bar. And they're $3 for some of the nice ones. They have the best cauliflower taco.
Ooh, like fried cauliflower?
Fried cauliflower. Because they have fish tacos and stuff too. I'm just trying to think about what you said your preferences were. But that cauliflower taco is my favorite.
All right, that's
thing.
on my list.
So that's really fantastic.
You know what I actually really enjoyed, and I heard this place has been here for a while, is the Chinese food place. Was it Golden Chopsticks?
Yeah.
Okay, so they do dim sum.
Yep.
I love it there, but I heard it's just been there forever. Is that like true?
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if that's like a top place in the area or whatever, but I love Asian food.
Yep.
So I've been downtown to
Koi.
I've been there a couple times, but I end up going over there for like American Chinese.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Is that the only place that does dim sum in the area?
No.
Because dim sum is underrated. Go get dim sum if you've never had dim sum. Do it.
All right. So I'm uneducated, right? So I believe dim sum is dumplings?
Basically all small bites. So like dumplings, little wrapped things and cakes but it's all, they bring them out in like these steamed things, like the steam trays. They're little.
Okay.
My grandmother loved this place in Boston where she used to go, and it's like big round tables and it's in a theater in Chinatown. And that's more traditional. They walk around with carts.
Yep.
And they tell you what's on it, and then you pick what you want to try or whatever, but it's all small bites, mostly dumplings and things. Steamed buns
Yeah.
is a common thing.
Ooh.
It's delicious. But it's they eat savory like for breakfast.
Right.
Like it's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you haven't and like that sort of thing, I'm about that umami taste. You know what I mean? Anything Asian related, I'm there.
Yeah.
Whether it's Thai, Japanese,
Have
Vietnamese.
you been to Corner Thai?
Yes.
So good.
They are good. The dumpling place next to it, I've gotten a lot of dumplings from there.
I've never been to Beijing Dumpling. I've
Yes.
never been, and I really need to try.
Yes. If you're
Wow.
taking them to go, the fried ones are better because the steamed get all stuck together,
Right.
on the ride home or whatever. So if
Yeah.
you're gonna get them to go, I'd recommend the pan fried. And they do
Okay.
vegetable. That's why I was always there.
I'll probably get the steamed just because I'm gonna eat them in the car.
See, there
Probably,
you go.
honestly.
Yeah.
Delane says happy first anniversary to Fresh Cup.
Yay!
And Jamey, keep up the great work. See you soon, and thanks for the shout out, Ben. You got it, Delane. So all right, Jamey. I mean, I'll stop in and I'll give you a bunch of recommendations. Everybody watching right now, please put a recommendation in for some
Where do I
savory
need
food
to
places
go?
for
Hoofs.
Jamey.
They were good.
Yeah?
Excellent.
I've never been.
They have this side dish that I've been craving since I left there. It's the crispy potatoes.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys have been there and have had this delicious side. It's like crispy potatoes with some peppers and big salt crystals, and it was so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I told Nick he comes in. And I'm like, I gotta go back there. I need these potatoes.
Right.
So that was that. We had really great food there.
You know who has some great home fry? It's a completely different vibe, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they also do breakfast, but it's a completely different
Yep.
vibe. I know that you're like everybody, Bogue's Alley
Okay.
has fantastic potatoes.
Ooh, I'm a potato
And also I don't know
girl
if you
all
like
the way.
pancakes, but
Mhm.
they have insane
Really?
pancakes. And
I heard they got good sandwiches.
yeah, the sandwiches are fantastic.
And they've been around for a long time.
A
haven't
long
they?
time, and yeah, they're good people.
Nice.
So, and they have a breakfast burrito that I think that you would love.
Yum.
The El Jefe. And
I like the name.
Yeah. And you can put whatever you want on it and stuff. So in addition to that one specific. So yeah, they're great. I really liked Evie's. I went to Evie's recently. They were great. I got a smash burger though, so that's the only thing I can vouch for, and I
Yep.
know that that's not something that you would necessarily jive with. But they were fantastic.
Sounds like the area's got a lot of
It's a lot
of good
lot of
spots
great
in a
food.
small
Ooh,
area.
do you like wings?
My other half? Yes.
Okay.
Obsessed.
Okay. Bomb burritos and bomb wings in Dunn's Corners.
Okay.
Oh, he's got to go.
That's
He's
a
got
nice
to go
little
get
area
wings.
over
Yeah,
there.
it is. Yeah, he's got to. So, the taco side has great stuff. The bomb burritos and wings. They have bomb burritos and bowls. Has great stuff that I'm sure that you would love. Bar Pisco around the corner from Surf. That is Peruvian dishes that just opened up. I'm sure
Ooh,
you would love
yes.
that. Does she make cream horns?
No, I do not.
Okay.
That's a classic kind of, you know what I mean, pastry. That's just not something that I've dabbled in quite yet.
Yeah.
Very definite, like classical pastry.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I mean, we're at an hour. I could talk to you all day.
Oh,
but
my goodness.
what's coming up? You could do anything special for the anniversary on Saturday?
Nah, just being there, saying hello to everybody, thanking them for the support. Nothing too crazy. There might be some balloons.
Yeah. And you guys are at the East Ave Plaza.
We are.
Everybody should go check it out. And
Unit
where can people?
J, right on the end.
Yep. And where can people find you online?
Online. So we have Fresh Cup Cafe on Facebook, and then Instagram also Fresh Cup Cafe, just at Fresh Cup Cafe.
How was that not taken?
I don't know. I have no idea. Honestly, though, that's like the only advertising we do. Besides, we do like a little radio ad, and then obviously we get to hang out with you, but social media has been a godsend. But if you're looking for like any updates about Fresh Cup, hour changes, things we're doing, you know what I mean? Try to follow us on social media. I find that to be the best communication.
Mhm.
And then it's, good for a small business. It doesn't cost us very much to
Yeah.
advertise on social media platforms.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jamey, and congratulations on all the success.
Thanks, Ben.
And we love you. You are a bright, shining
I love
light.
all of you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The staff thanks you all. Looking forward to, what the future holds here in Westerly.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jamey. Thank you to Fresh Cup. And we want to thank our sponsors, Lathrop Insurance, Roof Right Roofing, D&V Mechanical, Rios Barbershop, John Fazaro at Coldwell Banker Coastal Homes, and Kiefer's Martial Arts. If you would like to become a sponsor, we are looking for help to support 321 Westerly and keep all of those Westerly High School games that you love free and programs like this free to watch. For everybody. So please send a message to team@321westerly.com if you are interested in becoming an advertiser. And one of the cool things about us is that it's not only an advertising opportunity, but 321 Westerly is run by 321 Media, and we are a marketing company. So you're going to get materials for marketing your business on social media, etc. With that as well. So check it out if you're interested in that. We would love to have you. Jamey, thank you so much, and I can't wait
Thank you for having me.
And I can't wait to get Fresh Cup on Friday.
Yes.
That's it, everybody. Bye for now.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
Hot summers and cold winters can be unbearable, but D&V Mechanical has the solution for you. As a Mitsubishi Diamond dealer, we provide energy-efficient and personalized comfort solutions for your home. Our experienced technicians will install your new system quickly and efficiently, ensuring your complete satisfaction. Don't suffer through another season of discomfort. Contact D&V Mechanical today for a personalized ductless mini-split installation that fits your lifestyle. D&V Mechanical, your comfort is our top priority.
Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
Ever thought about leveling up your fitness game in a fun and meaningful way? Kiefer's Martial Arts on Granite Street has everything you're looking for. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, adult karate. It's not just about getting fit, it's about building your self-confidence, discipline, and that unstoppable feeling you get from all your hard work. Stop into Kiefer's Martial Arts today to sign up.